Okay, so I thought I'd pop in and make a quick video on responsibility because it's something that I feel is really lacking in men in the modern day, especially in the West. So when I was scripting this, I was looking at the definition of responsibility, and it says it can be defined as having a duty to deal with something or to have control over someone. Now, think about that. So obviously, we don't mean controlling someone like manipulating them, but it does mean that there are people that rely on you and count on you to get something done and for you to take care of them. And as men, we're meant to carry responsibilities for our family, community, and most importantly, for ourselves. So why does it actually help us in terms of, you want to get into self-improvement, you want to level up your life, get rich, have a nice physique? It's because it doesn't give you a choice. It just breeds performance. Imagine the father in the home, like getting up for work to earn money and put food on the table. He's not going to have the option of sitting at home and playing video games or drinking alcohol in the middle of the day. His children will starve. So taking responsibility just brings us closer to that archetype of leader and provider. And we become a figure of authority, and that actually helps us elevate our status. But it really has to start with taking responsibility for yourself before you actually are responsible for others. If you attribute your situation in life to external forces, you just relinquish control over yourself. Life will just happen to you, and you're not going to be creating your dream existence. You're just going to hope to get lucky, which probably won't happen. So you need to internalize it. Like, for example, let's say you've had a busy day and you miss your workout. Instead of giving yourself the free pass and saying, oh, I had so much to do today, so it's fine. Really think, like, could you have scheduled your day better the night before? Did you really actually do work for the entirety of the day? Of course not. Like, I also still mess around on my phone sometimes. And could you get yourself into the gym for a session, even though maybe it's quite late in the evening, even if you might not have time to do the full workout? So a book I really like on this is Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink. Some of you may have heard about it or read it. Absolutely fantastic book. It's filled with anecdotes from his military career and examples of how he's advised companies to implement the lessons he's learned. So I'll put a link of that in the description. I think you guys should check it out. Now, some things are out of your control, like the weather, for example, but there are a lot of fewer things than you might actually think. And even if they are out of your control, fuck it, just imagine that you're responsible for them, bro. And then that will just force your brain to actually find solutions. So either way, you're better off, whether or not it's actually in your control. Taking ownership is never going to hurt you. Now, I realize it can be intimidating to just think everything's up to me, but just take the freedom from that. It also means that you can remove any shackles that are holding you back, and you can really create your own story. Like, that should excite you. That really should excite you. So, how do you actually go about taking on more responsibility? And how have I done it? So if you're a young guy, like I'm 24 now, almost 25, and still living at home. I don't live at home, but just start taking on more duties around the house for your parents. Like, for example, it's now your job to wheel out the recycling every week. Or if you're earning money, just offer to cover some of the bills. If you're in university, like, look to become one of those committee members in societies or clubs, some sort of authority, some sort of position of responsibility. Just get used to having people count on you. And to take responsibility for yourself, which I think is what you should start with, don't allow yourself excuses for failing to do something. Don't negotiate, don't rationalize it in your head for why you didn't do something. Just admit it was down to you, and you just start planning solutions and you set targets to improve on. Okay, you're not going to lie to anyone but yourself. So why do it, bro? And just embrace the new role of being a more responsible man. Because if we reach the level of having a set of responsibilities for ourselves and for others that we consistently deliver on, then already we're ahead of 95% of men. And we're just closer to that ideal man that we aspire to be, like those men of old, the legends, the Chads, the gorillas, right? So, let me know how this goes for you in the comments. And if you found this video useful, or you have some food for thought, just like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, bro.